Assalamualaikum class, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Okay, this is your math subject. Today we will do page number 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110 and 111. Okay students, now we will start page number 99, fractions. Page number 99, fractions. Okay, let me first tell you what is the meaning of fraction. Fraction means a part or portion of whole. Fraction means a part or portion of whole. I have a piece of paper and I have divided it into two equal parts. When I divide it into two equal parts, each part becomes half part of that paper. So this half part is the portion of that whole part. This means that these two parts are divided into half and half so that they will combine to make one complete whole part. In the same way, when I divide this paper into four equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. This means 4 stands for quarter part. 4 stands for quarter part. So I have divided this paper into 4 equal parts. So each part becomes 1/4 part. Each part becomes 1/4 part of that complete paper. So students, we can represent fractions as a part or portion of whole. Always remember that there are two parts of a fraction. The upper part is always numerator and the lower part is always called denominator. Now come to page number 99. Here we have question number 1. Represent the given fractions by coloring the given shapes correctly. Now we are given the fraction 2 by 5 or 2 over 5. So 5 is the total or the whole part, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, this circle is divided into 5 equal parts. In the numerator we have to color this 2 to show the fraction or the total fraction of this circle. Here we have 5 total parts and we have colored the numerator or the upper part with red color to show the fraction. In the part B, in the same way, here we have the portion or we have the whole 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is, this circle is divided into 6 equal parts and out of these 6, we have 4 portions, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will represent these 4 portions as a colored part. Part C is done in the same way. Three values are colored and out of 7 we have shown these 3 as colored parts. Part D, 5 by 8, 5 is colored and the total number of boxes are 8. Part E, 1 over 9 or 1 by 9, out of 9 these colors, out of 9 these portions we have colored 1 portion. Part F, 9 by 10, out of these 10 values we have colored 9 boxes. Okay students, come to question number 2. Name the given fractions. We are given with fractions and we have to name them in words. Part A, 4 by 5. We can also write it as 4/5. The lower part becomes 5th. We write TH with the lower part. When we read it in words, we write TH with the lower part. Part B, 3/6, C, 5/7, 2/3, 1/3, 3 is also written as third. Again, 9/10, 1/4, 2/9. Okay students, now come to page number 100. Here we are also having the questions of fractions. Question is, write fraction for the given shaded part. One has been done for you. Part A, we have to show the fraction of shaded part, That is, we have to show it the shaded part and we have to count it and show it as numerator. Here we have a triangle. It is divided into 3 equal parts and one part is shaded. So the fraction will be 3 will be the whole, which will be denominator, and 1 which is shaded part will be its numerator. Part B, in the same way, we have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So we will write 6 as denominator and we have colored shade or shaded part as 1, 2, 3 and we will write 3 as numerator. In the same way, in part C, we will count the total, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This circle is divided into 7 equal parts. So 7 is the denominator of fraction and out of these 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are colored or shaded. So we will write the fraction as 4 by 7. Then comes part D. Part D will be 5 by 8. E will be 6 by 9. F will be 8 by 12. Okay students, now we are going to start money. You know what is money? Money is the medium of exchange for buying things. Okay, whenever you go to any shop and you buy something, what will you give in replace of that thing? You give money to the shopkeeper to buy that thing. In Pakistan, the basic money used is rupees. We have here 100 rupees note, we have here 50 rupees note, we have 10 rupees note and we have also 5000 rupees note, 1000 rupees note and 500 rupees note. We have coins of 5 rupees, 2 rupees, 1 rupees. In the earlier days, the coins of paisa were also used, but now these are not in use. Students, we will start page number 101, money. Here we are given introduction with some coins, 25 paisa coin, 50 paisa coin, 1 rupee coin, 2 rupees coin and 5 rupees coin. These are the coins which are used in Pakistan. But we should remember that 25 paisa and 50 paisa coins are no longer in use. Now we have 1 rupee, 2 rupee and 5 rupee coins. Okay. Come to question number 1. How much money in each purse? You have to count these coins and you have to add them to show that how much of these coins hold. And always remember, 1 rupee is always equals to 100 paisa. Part A, here we have 50 paisa, then 50 paisa, then 50 and again 50. Now, as I have told you, 1 rupee is equals to 100 paisa. So, 250 paisa will become 1 rupee. Again 250 paisa will become 1 rupee. So 1 rupee and 1 rupee will become 2 rupees. In the same way, if we have a 1 rupee coin, then 5 rupee coin and then 2 rupees coin. So we will add them. 5 plus 2 will become 7. 7 plus 1 will become 8 rupees. So this is total 8 rupees coin. Again we have 1 rupee coin, 5 rupee and 1 rupee coin again. So these will combine to make 7 rupees. Part D will combine to make 10 rupees. Okay. 1 coin can be exchanged for other coins of the same value. We can also exchange 1 coin by their change. For example, in the part A, 1 rupee coin is equals to 250 paisa coin. If I have 1 rupee coin, can I replace it with 250 paisa coin? Yes. If I have 1 2 rupee coin, this means that I have a 2 rupee coin. It can also be replaced by 2 1 rupee coins. In the same way, part C, 1 5 rupee coin will be equals to 5 1 rupee coins. In the part D, one 5 rupee coin will be equals to 2 rupee coins, 2 rupee coins and 1 rupee coins. If I have 2 times 2 rupee coins and 1 rupee coin, it will combine to become 5 rupee coins. Okay students, now read out page number 102. Here is an introduction to some notes which are used in Pakistan. Note is the name for paper money. Their size is bigger and so their values. More things can be bought with them. Here are some of the notes used in Pakistan. I have already given you an introduction of the notes which are used in Pakistan. These are 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, 100, 500 and 1000. Again we have also coins of 5 rupees, 2 rupees and 1 rupees. Okay. In the previous years we had also a 5 rupee note which had the same value as 5 rupee coin. This means that few years back we had a 5 rupee note instead of 5 rupee coin, but nowadays instead of this rupee we use coins. Students, page number 103, subtracting with money. Okay, let me give you an example. When you go to a shop and you give the shopkeeper 10 rupees and you ask him to give you 5 toffees, he will give you 5 rupees back. So what he has done, he has subtracted 5 from that 10 and he has given you back 5 rupees. So in the same way we can also subtract money. Here we have the question. Tiger had this amount, he bought this thing and he had a balance of left these rupees. See part A. Here we have a 2 rupees coin, then we have 5 rupees coin, then we have 1 rupee coin, then 5 rupee coin. Now first we will add all these amounts and we will get 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 2 12 and 12 plus 1 13. So Tiger had total amount 13 rupees and he bought a whistle of rupees 11. You have to tell that out of 13, when he spent 11 rupees, how much amount was left with him. We will subtract out of total amount, that is 13, the used amount, that is 11. He had left with 2 rupees. 13 minus 11 will become 2 rupees. Come to students part B. Here we have 4 5 rupee coins. So 4 5 rupee coins will combine to make 20 rupees. Now he bought a ring of rupees 18. So how much amount was left with him? 20 minus 18 will become 2. So he was left with 2 rupees. Part C, 5 rupees, 1 rupee, 1 rupee and 2 rupee. 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 1 will become 7 and 7 plus 2 will become 9. So he had total 9 rupees with him and he bought a pencil of rupees 3. So how much amount was left with him? 9 minus 3 will become 6. So he had 6 rupees left with him. Again part D, we have 1, then 1, then 1 and then 2 rupees. When we combine these all amount, we get total 5 rupees. Out of this 5 rupee, he bought a toffee of rupees 2. So how much amount was left with him? 5 minus 2 is equals to 3. So he was left with 3 rupees. In this way, we can subtract money. Students, page number 104. Like we had done the subtraction of money, we can also add the money. See the question, add the money in column A, match the total amount with notes in column B. First we have to count the amount, we have to add them vertically and in the end we have to match it with the column B. See, here in column A we have 10 rupees note, then 10 rupees, again 10 and then 20. So we will add all these amounts, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 20. What will it become? It will become total rupees 50. Now here we can see in column B which is the 50 rupees note. This is the 50 rupees note. So we can match this with this column, this note. Now here we have a 2 rupees coin, then 2 rupees coin and then 1 rupee coin. First we will add them vertically, 2 plus 2 plus 1, it will become rupees 5. Now in the column B we can see which note or which coin will be of rupees 5. So we will match this value with this coin of rupees 5. Then we have 50 rupees note, 20 rupees note, 10 rupees note and 20 rupees note. Okay students, we will add then 50 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10. So when we combine all these, we get total of 100 rupees. In the column B, we have matched this value with the 100 rupee note. Then 5 plus 5 will become 10 and here is the first one, 10 rupees note. In the last we have 10 rupees note, 5 rupee coin and again 5 rupee coin. 10 plus 5 will become 20 rupee note. Here we have matched this 20 with the rupee in column B. Okay students, page number 105. Here we have question number 2. Find the total amount in column A. We are given with 2 columns. Then take notes of the same value in column B. First of all, what you have to do is in column A, you have to add the numbers and in front of these numbers, you are given with notes and you have to show or take those notes which combine to make this number. See part A. Here we have rupees 17 plus rupees 29. Now we will add these two numbers in the same way we do addition. 9 plus 7 will become 16. We will carry one number here. 2 plus 1, 3 and again 3 plus 1 will become 4. So 17 plus 29 rupees will combine to make 46 rupees. Now here we are given with the notes and coins and you have to take those notes or coins which will add to make rupees 46. First of all we will take rupees 20, then we will take rupees 20, then we will take 5 rupees and then 1 rupees. Here 20 plus 20 will become 40. 40 plus 5 will become 45 and 45 plus 1 will become 46. In the same way, here we have 61, we take 50 plus 10, 60, then 1, 61. In the part C, we have 63 rupees, so we will take 20 plus 20, 40 plus 20, 60 and plus 2, 62 plus 1, 63. Part D we have 70 rupees, 10, 50, 10. This will become 70 and then 70. Part E 25 plus 14, this is 39 rupees, 20 plus 10 will become 30. Then we will take 5 rupees, it will become 35. Then 2 rupees coin, 37 and then 2 rupees coin, 39. In the part F we have 87 rupees. So we will here take the notes which will combine to make 87 rupees. First we will take 50 rupees, then 20 rupees, it will become 70, then 10, 80, then 5, 85, then 2, 1 rupees, we have 86 and 87. Students, come to page number 106. Here we have some word problems related to addition and subtraction of money. Here some children go shopping, they buy the things which have the prices. They buy a car of rupees 56, Coke of rupees 45, cake of rupees 27, then a pair of soap which was of rupees 35, then an hair catch which was of rupees 5, a teddy bear of rupees 75. Now you have to tell how much does each child spend, how much money do they have left. You have to tell their spendings and the amount left with them. First of all, Anila has rupees 100 to spend. She buys a cake and a can of Coke. Anila had 100 rupees with her. Out of these 100, she bought a cake and a can of Coke. Here we are given with the prices of cake. The price of cake is rupees 27. The price of Coke is rupees 45. First of all, you have to tell that how much amount out of 100 she spent. She spent 27 plus 45. We will add these 2 rupees or these two amounts, so we will get 72. So she spent 72 rupees out of 100. Now you have to tell that when she spent 72 rupees out of 100 rupees, how much amount was left with her. So what will we do? We will subtract out of 100 this 72. We will subtract out of 100 this 72. So when we subtract this, we get 28. We will carry one number here. 10 minus 2 will become 8. Here we were left with 9. 9 minus 7 will become 2. Here since we carried one number on the right side, so we were left with 0. So 28 rupees were left with her. This shows that when Anila had 100 rupees with her and she spent 72 rupees, she was left with 28 rupees. In part B, Alam has rupees 75 to spend. He buys a pair of socks and a cake. Okay, let me first tell you what is the price of socks, rupees 35, and what is the price of cake, rupees 27. First of all, you have to add these 2 rupees and show that how much amount he spent. When we add these 2 amounts, we get 62. Now we have to tell how much amount was left with Alam. Out of 75 rupees, he spent 62 rupees. So the amount left with him was rupees 13. Again, Sana has rupees 90. She buys a hairband and a teddy bear. The price of hairband was rupees 5 and the price of teddy bear was rupees 75. Sana buys these two things. Let me first tell you what was the total amount she spent. 5 plus 75 will become 80 rupees. Now the amount which was left behind with her, she had total 90 rupees. She spent 80 rupees. So the amount left was rupees 10. Come to part B. Laila has rupees 100. Can she buy a pair of socks, a toy car and a can of Coke? Okay students, Laila has rupees 100. Now you have to tell, can she buy a pair of socks, a toy car and a can of Coke? Let me first tell you what was the price of socks. Socks was of price rupees 35. A toy was of price rupees 56 and a can of Coke was of price rupees 45. First we add these 3 things, their amount will be rupees 136. If she wants to buy these 3 things, she must have rupees 136 with her. So you can tell whether she can buy these things with 100 rupees or no. She can definitely not buy these things with 100 rupees. So we will take here no. After 106 students, we have page number 107. Like we had done the addition and subtraction of money, here we will do the multiplication of money. That is, we can also multiply money. The question is, Rehan buys 2 50 paisa stamps. How much money does he spend? Rehan bought 2 50 rupees 250 paisa stamps. The price of one stamp was 50 paisa and he buys 2 stamps. So we will multiply the price of one stamp 2 times. 50 multiplied by 2 will become 100 paisa. So I have multiplied the amount of that thing which he buy with the price of that thing. In the part B, one sweet costs ₹5. Maheen buys 6. How much money does she spend? The cost of one sweet is ₹5 and she bought 6 of that thing. So we will multiply the price of one sweet 6 times. So we will get 30 rupees. Okay, come to question number 2. Divide to answer these. Here we have questions of division. We can also divide money like we had multiplied it. Amir has 20 rupees. How many 2 rupees stamps can he buy? How much amount Amir has? 20 rupees. How many 2 rupees stamps he can buy? You can tell that how much of 2 rupees stamp he can buy. The price of one stamp is 2 rupees and he had 20 rupees with him. We will divide equally the 20 rupees by 2. So we get 10 rupees with it. So this shows that when he had 20 rupees coin, when he had 20 rupees and he had to buy 2 rupees stamp each, the total stamps he will buy will be 10. In the same way, we can also do the other questions of division. Students, in page number 108, we have some word problems related to money. Here in these word problems, we will multiply or divide. In part A, we have a packet of biscuits cost ₹14. Parvez buys 4 packets. How much does he spend? Okay, the price of a packet of biscuit cost ₹14. Parvez had to bought 4 packets. We will multiply the price of that thing by the number of times he buy. That is, the quantity was 4. So 14 multiplied by 4 will become 56 rupees. So the answer will be ₹56. But when Parvez wants to buy 4 packets of biscuits, of which one packet cost ₹14, he had to spend 56 rupees. In part B, a sum of ₹36 is to be shared equally among 4 children. Here we have the amount ₹36 which is to be distributed equally among 4 children. What will we do? We will divide 36 by 4. So we will get 4 nines are 36. So the answer will be ₹9. This shows that each child will get ₹9. In the part C, we will also do the multiplication, and in part D, we have also multiplication question. Part E is of division question. In the same way, we can divide and multiply money. Okay students, this is page number 109 and the topic is measurement. Okay, let me first tell you what is the meaning of measurement. Measurement means to measure anything. We measure anything to find the length of anything. For example, if someone asks you what is your height, you can measure your height to show your height. Without measuring, you cannot know what your height is. Here we have measuring scale to measure the things. Here we have the units of measurement in centimeter. This is the longer scale and this is the smaller scale. This longer scale shows 30 centimeter values and the smaller scale shows the 15 centimeter value. So we use the unit of measurement centimeter to show the measurement of a thing. And students, always remember we have also the conversion meter and centimeter. 1 meter is always equals to 100 centimeter. To measure the longer things we use meter and to measure the shorter things we use centimeter. Okay, start page number 109. Here we are given the question. Fill in the centimeter marks on the rulers. Measure the length of each object and write in the box. Here we are given with some objects and we have to measure with the help of scale. First, when we measure the paper clip, part A, when we measure the paper clip, totally in centimeter, its measurement is 3 centimeter. With the help of scale, if you measure this pencil, its length will be of 7 centimeters. Then a toothbrush, its length will be of 9 centimeter. Candle, its length will be of 8 centimeter. When we measure this paintbrush, the length is 13 centimeter. And in the last, this pin, its length is 5 centimeter. Okay, here we are given with scales. This shows the centimeters or the measurement of scale. So the values are shown till 15. Students, page number 110, length. I have already told you that to measure anything means to find the length of anything. To find the length of anything, we have two units of measurements. One is meter and the other is centimeter. Meter is used to measure large things. Like if we want to measure a table, we will use the unit of measurement meter. And centimeter is used to measure smaller things. Like if we want to measure a scale or small scale, we will measure it in centimeters. Question number 1 is, would you use meters or centimeters to measure the following? Here we are given with some examples. We have to tell whether it will be measured in meters or centimeters. Part A, the length of your classroom. Your classroom will be measured in meters because meter is the longer values to measure, or it is a unit of measurement which is used to measure longer things. Part B, the height of your teacher. The height of your teacher will be measured in meters. The length of your pencil will be measured in centimeters. The length of an eraser will be measured in centimeters. The height of this board will be also measured in centimeters, and the length of your foot will be measured in centimeters. Question number 2. Take a ruler, measure these lines, write the length of each. Here we are given with an example. Here we are given a line. We have to measure this line with the help of your scale. Here we are given the scales. We will use these centimeter units to measure these values. So in part A, the line is of 4 centimeter. In part B, it is of 6 centimeter. C, it is of 3 centimeters. Come to question number 3. Now draw straight lines of the following lengths in your notebooks using a ruler. Here we are given the lengths which are used in scales. We have to draw a line of these measurements. Part A, 3 centimeter. Here I have, starting from 0 in your scale, you will always start from 0 value. Starting from 0 till 3, you will draw a line of 3 centimeter. Again, in part B, we have 7 centimeter. Starting from 0, you will make a line till 7. Here we have drawn a line of 7 centimeter. Part D is 4 centimeter. Again, starting from 0, you will draw a line till 4. So we have drawn a line of 4 centimeter. Students, in the same way, you can also draw a line of 2 cm, 8 cm, 1 cm and 6 cm. Okay, come to page number 111. Here we have to show the changing of centimeters to meters. Okay students, I have already told you that 1 meter is always equals to 100 centimeter. Now how can we convert this meter into centimeter? When we change anything or any unit of measurement from meter to centimeter, we change the value of that meter to 100 centimeter. For example, here we have 121 centimeter. So since we have 1 to 1 centimeter. So 100 centimeter plus 21 centimeter will combine to make 121 centimeter, and instead of 100 centimeter we can also write 1 meter, because 100 centimeter is equals to 1 meter. Okay, here we have, instead of writing 100 centimeter, we have write 1 meter plus 21 centimeter. In this way we can convert from centimeter to meter and from meter to centimeters. There we have question number 4. Write the following lengths in meters and centimeters. 138 centimeter. We have to change the hundreds value into meter and the ones and tens value into centimeter. Here, since we have 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, so instead of hundreds value we will write 1 meter, and instead of ones and tens value we will write 38 centimeters. Part B, 246 centimeter. So here we have in hundreds 2, so 200 centimeter will become 2 meter, and we have 46 centimeter. Again 107 centimeter, 1 meter and 7 centimeter. 280 centimeter will become 2 meter and 80 centimeters. 110 centimeter will become 1 meter and 10 centimeter. 308 centimeters will become 3 meters and 8 centimeters. 172 centimeters will become 1 meter and 72 centimeters. Again, in the last we have 522 centimeters, so it will change to become 5 meters and 22 centimeters. Students, come to question number 5. Here we have to convert from meter to centimeter. In the earlier question we had done in meters, we have convert centimeters into meters. Now we have to convert meter into centimeter. See part A, 2 meters 94 centimeter. Now we will combine it to make it 294 centimeter. This is the opposite of this. Okay. In part B, 6 meter will become 600 centimeters, because in 1 meter we have 100 centimeter, and in 6 meters we will have 100 multiplied by 6. So it will become 600 centimeters. In part C, we have 9 meters. So 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. 9 meter will become 9 multiplied by 100 centimeters, which will be equals to 900 centimeter. In part D, we have 1 meter and 19 centimeters. First, we will convert this 1 meter into centimeters. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So instead of meter, we will write 100. Then we will add this 19 centimeter in the same unit. 100 centimeter plus 19 centimeter will become 119 centimeter. Part E, 14 m or 14 meter will be equals to 1400 centimeter. 1 meter 5 centimeter will become 105 centimeter. 3 meter and 30 centimeter will become 330 centimeter. 3 meter and 96 centimeter will become 396 centimeters. Again, here in part I, 11 meter will become 11 multiplied by 100, 1100 centimeter. 4 meter will become 4 multiplied by 100, 400 centimeters. 5 meter 1 centimeter is equals to 501 centimeters. And in the last we have 20 meter, which will be equals to 20 multiplied by 100, which is 2000 centimeters. Students, today's task is complete. Alhamdulillah. Allah Hafiz.